Are you preparing for a project kickoff meeting, but are not quite sure what you need to include in your agenda? Well, after running over 300 projects and seeing what makes them succeed or fail, I've created a template that's transformed chaotic kickoffs into structured successes. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my complete kickoff agenda template that covers everything you are going to want to include, from the logistics all the way through to specific action items, and how to create all of this from scratch. And before I walk you through that, a few quick important tips. Remember, the project kickoff meeting isn't just any meeting, it's your project's foundation. It will be the first between you, the project manager, and your project team. So I recommend that you plan for at least 2 hours, preferably a little bit more time than this. Distribute key documents as pre-reads, include team introductions with icebreakers, and establish clear working methods for communication and file management. Your kickoff sets the tone for accountability that will follow you throughout the entire project. That being said, let me now show you how to create this. If you did want to save some time, I've made this pre-built, pre-formatted template available for instant download, link in the description down below. So I'm creating this in Microsoft Word. You may be creating this in a project management software or solution, or even another application. All you essentially need to do is create these elements. It doesn't matter how you do that in your own system. The first thing I've done in Microsoft Word is I've added a header. So I've clicked Insert, Header, and I've chose Banded, and I've just changed the background color to a light gray. Now, the reason why we're adding a header is it gives this document a title. Should you open it up, should you circulate it, people know exactly what they're looking at. So just call it Project Kickoff Meeting Agenda. The first thing I've then done is added a logistics section. So this is all about the meeting, where it's taking place, who created it, etc. What I've done is I've typed in one.logistics, and then I changed this to a heading 2. That way you get a table of contents if you create all of the hierarchy like this, and you'll see this as we go through the template. So in the logistics section, I've created various different tables, and we've used that as the basis of this template. So to do that is insert table. Now the first table is actually a 2x2, and then I've just added some additional formatting to make some content areas. So for example, I did a 2x2, I typed in meeting title here, subject of meeting, I bolded those, I put a light grey background. Now you may want to use a different font for this, you may want to use a different background color, it depends on your organization's branding and also your preferences. But that's how I created it, I just typed it in like this. So what do we include in the logistics section? Meeting title. So as the name suggests, it's just a very brief overview of what the meeting is called. So as an example, it could just be kickoff meeting or CRM implementation kickoff meeting. The subject, you want a brief purpose statement. So it could be something like initial alignment on project scope, roles and timeline. Then we've got a little bit of information about when the meeting's taking place, a day, a date, the location, is it face-to-face or is it virtually? You might want to include a link here if it is virtually as an example. We've got a meeting start time and a meeting end time. You might even want to include the time zone in here. If you have people joining from different time zones, that can be useful to know. Who created the meeting is likely going to be you. Who's taking minutes? Again, it could be you, it could be a project coordinator. You may have a timekeeper. If so, you've got somewhere to add that information. If not, just wipe it out. And you've also got facilitator, so who is essentially, well, it's usually the project manager. Now we've got attendees. So again, this is a table. It's a 3 by, I think I just did a 3x3, and then basically right clicked, insert, and did insert rows below till we got various lines. Basically here, we're just looking at adding all the attendees who's joining. So their name, their role in the project, and an email address should we want to contact them. The next thing we've included is a subsection for the introductory statement. Now I created this just as a 1x1 table. So insert table, this, and then I just expanded that to make it indicate that we want more information included in this section. So in here, we're just adding a brief overview of the project's purpose and the meeting's objectives. You only want 2 to 3 sentences in here, keep it brief. Then we've got a sponsor statement. So the purpose of this is to enable you to document the executive sponsor's endorsement. So you want to highlight strategic importance and organizational support. Then we move on to the agenda. So this is again is a table. It's a 7 by 10 or something, and then I just added additional rows. Now, the first column is just the ability to give each action item a point of reference. We've got a start time, a duration, a description, which are what you're going to talk about in the meeting, the desired outcome, the person or department responsible, and an end time. So these are all of the action items you're going to want to ensure are done in this kickoff meeting. Now, you may need to update this depending on your industry, what your project's about. That's something that only you will be able to decide on what to include. But this is a very high level overview, which is applicable to most meetings, or kickoff meetings, I should say. So we've got an introductory statement to start off, the sponsor statement, project background. Now, what I've done here, just to show you, it's kind of like the relationship. So you can see some of these you may have kind of subtopics, and this is how you kind of set that up. So we've got the project background. They could add some additional topics here as an example. Benefits and goals of the project. We've got the project scope, which needs to be covered, roles and responsibilities, communication plan, issue management, regulations and client requirement. That could be kind of internal as well. And then questions, somewhere to add stakeholders' questions. It could even be your own. You might even want to put some in there that people may have and anticipate those, or you may want to collect these ahead of the meeting. And also next steps. So this is all really, really important. Make sure you document all of these kinds of things. We've then got somewhere to document action items. So what's discussed? What are people going to be doing off the back of this meeting? So write that in here, give the owner, and then put a follow-up date. Make sure people have a chance to, or give people the incentive to take action on that item. And then at the bottom here, we have who prepared the agenda. It's likely going to be you. If you want approval, you can document that here. You can put dates in as well. Who accepted this project kickoff agenda, and also review. You don't have to include this, but it's useful. Then number 7, the last section in this kickoff meeting agenda template, is notes. So basically what you'd be putting in here are anything, key discussions, decisions, important points raised during the meeting that haven't been captured elsewhere. So I hope this video was useful. Any questions, comments, feedback, drop them down below. If you did want to pick up this template, there will be a link again down below. Other than that, best of luck, over to you, and I hope you have an excellent day.